Hello and welcome to another Bodgit and Leggit video. Now we have a 2001 Volkswagen Polo behind us. This is the 1.4 diesel, I think it's 1.4. And we have a bit of an unusual problem. So we're going to show you and we're going to see if we can fix it. That's the most important thing. Sorted. Explain the problem first and then we'll get you over to the other side so you can see. When I open the driver's door, the window, the passenger's window goes down. If I close it, it'll stop, open again, go down. Put the key in the ignition, it won't move. So that's the symptoms. I'll get you around the other side, open the driver's door and we'll see what happens. Right, window is up. Open the driver's door. Window goes down. Close it, stops. Open it. Goes down, close it. There we go. That's a problem. But if I put the key in, turn the ignition on, lift up the window switch, because the window switch on the driver's side doesn't work. Close the door, open it, nothing happens. It's only when the key comes out, the door is shut, I open it again, and the window comes down. Lovely. Now what I'm hoping it's a problem with the flex cable here. So I'm hoping there's a problem with something in the wiring here. Before I break out wiring diagrams and stuff like that, I know some of these other Volkswagens, not the Polos, the Golfs I think, had problems when you open the door, the fuel pump relay would kick in and that would power other things and that kind of gets screwed, but we don't have that problem. This problem is only when you open the door with no key in the ignition. When she's driving, the window stays up, no problem. It's only when you take the key out the ignition we have this problem. So what I'm going to do, just quick dirty test, I'm going to just disconnect this door here very, very quickly. The reason I'm going to do that is, if then it doesn't happen, I've isolated the problem. There's a problem from here back. Whether it's a window switch or a problem with the wiring, don't know yet. If I disconnect this and it still happens, we have a problem, because this is where it could be anywhere. The problem could be anywhere. So hopefully we don't have that problem, because if we do, we're gonna have to get wiring diagrams. Could have to pull out half the dash. I don't know if she's gonna wanna go that expense. So we might just have to disconnect the door that side and just have the window not working. I don't know. But if it's something to do with this side, we should be able to get it fixed. So I'm just gonna twist this off. So there we go, it's now disconnected. Leave that there. I'm going to close the door, take the key out and see what happens. Careful I don't break them wires as I'm closing the door. Right, door is now closed. Let's get to the other side. Now people, let's hope this window doesn't open. Ha! Success! Right, so very, very quickly we have determined there is a problem between this wiring block here to somewhere in the door. Don't know where yet. That's why it's worth just disconnecting. So the place where it normally does go is in here. Oh, look at that. There's been, someone's been in here before. See if I can get the wire closer. I can see at least 2 broken wires here. So what we're gonna have to do is, I'll get you in a bit better, see the broken wires, we'll fix them first, because we're gonna have to fix them before we do anything, and then retest it. And if it still happens, we're gonna have to look in the door a bit more. So let me get you set up a bit better in here so you can see this. Now this next part's gonna be quite difficult to film. As you can see, I don't know what you'd call him, but it wouldn't be a nice word, has used a spade connection inside here. It's actually a bullet connection. I kind of snapped that off, but it was hanging off. And then we've 2 other wires broken through this one. You just see there, you just see the gold color of the flex, and then the black and white one there. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not saying this is the problem, but it's looking possibly like the problem. I'm gonna have to repair this properly, so I'm gonna solder the joints, heat shrink them back together. Then I'm not gonna be able to film that because you're just not gonna be able to see what I'm doing. So I am gonna be doing a separate video on soldering. Once I've soldered them back together, we'll then test it and see what happens. Right, what I've had to do is I've had to add some wire in, because whoever put that connection, there was just too much of a gap, and if I try to squeeze these together without adding the wire in, as you open the door they'll just split apart. All I've quickly done is just tape up these Because what I want to see is, I just want to see if this is going to fix the problem, because if not, I'm going to have to do a lot more digging. I'm going to have to ring the customer to see if they kind of want me to go further. They said they don't particularly want to spend too much money, just quickly see if I can see something and then go from there. So they're just very quickly, well, this is repaired properly with solder and stuff. I will do a separate video on this. What I am going to do to repair these, I'm going to unpick the connections at the plug, and I'm going to slide some heat wrap, and I'm going to do it properly if this works. If this doesn't work, then we're going to see. So it's just kind of crudely done at the minute, just to see if it works. No key in the ignition. Close the door, open the door, wait for the window to go down. Ah, sorted. So there was obviously a power wire hitting that, pushing the window down. Lucky enough it was the window and it wasn't anything else, because it could have blown up modules, it could have done so much more damage. So they were very, very lucky there, considering they didn't do any damage. Let's just see if it starts. Starts, no warning lights on, which is good. Does this window work? Sorry for the wobbly camera. There we go, window works, look at that. Sorted. Right, so as you can see, a really quick, easy one. I will go into the solder inside of it in another video, but I struggled to solder it there myself without a camera in the way. It's just too awkward. So I'll go through the way I solder it and what I do and the reason why I do it in another video. That's coming up shortly. Well, I say it's coming up shortly, it depends which one I get out first, I don't know. But anyway, let's fix the problem. Do not put these type of connections into doors because they're too hard. They don't bend, and as you can see, it snapped both ends of it. It's just pointless. Do it properly. Solder it, heat shrink, chemical tape, sorted. You're just done. That's going to be there for ages now. If you do find that there is a piece missing, add a piece. Even though you get 2 solder joints rather than 1, if I didn't add a piece in that, as you open the door, it would just stretch and it would come apart and just be a nightmare. Do it properly, there, sorted. There you go. Quick, nice little video, sorted. Don't forget, please like, share, subscribe, the usual stuff. Links up here, links down below, but most importantly, don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one. Just for any of my German viewers, unfortunately, a German couple, they were traveling around Europe and their van slash home slash everything is broke, not worth me fixing. They're getting it chucked back to Germany. But we had a quick look and there's nothing I could do in the time, but what they did give me is some German goodies. Oh, was that upside down? There we go. German goodies. So anybody recognise them? I know Thomas might recognise them, but anyone else, let me know. Going to enjoy them tonight with a nice cup of drinking chocolate. Lovely. Sorted.